Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. Video today is pineapple guavas. As I think you know, if you've been watching my videos previously, you'll know that I've got three in-ground pineapple guavas. This one is Triumph. This larger one, the sun's come out, it's a shock. This larger one's an unknown variety. This had some fruits on it last year. They were completely round. It may well be a seed growing plant, as it came from a nursery. It didn't have any names. And I've got this one here, which is a mammoth, and those are my three in-ground varieties. If you happen to see my unboxing videos in the last week or so, you will know that I've also bought three more plants. Another mammoth, another Triumph, and also a Gemini. But I'm going to grow these ones in containers to see what happens. So what I've decided to do is try them out in this size container. Let's just give you an idea. So I'm going to put them in this size container here, which I should be alright in for 2 or 3 years, and that will allow me to put them in another sunny location in my small garden, and hopefully when they flower I can put them next to each other so they'll cross-pollinate each other. So my task today is to repot those. This is about a 40 centimetre diameter pot, so about 16 inches. Should hold around 15 litres, which will be, it's roughly 3 imperial gallons, so it's probably about 3.5 US gallons. Should be okay to get them in here for to keep them in here for at least 2 or 3 years, as long as I keep them well watered and fed. So that's my task today. I may do a short video as I repot one, and I'll see how I go time wise, but if not, I'll come back with a continuation of the video later once they've actually been redone. And I've also got I bought some compost and some manure and chip bark, and to make sure they get a nice well drained soil with plenty of food in, because I think they're quite greedy eaters, the pineapple guavas. That's Aca Saloiana, or Feijoa as a lot of people know them as well. That's my task today on Sundays. It's been the first dry Sunday for as long as I can remember. Anyway, I'll get on with the potting in a short while and come back with a video a little bit later. Brett out for now. Now, for anyone interested, I've blended my own mix of compost today, which roughly comprises of equal parts of a multi-purpose potting compost. I'm using cocoa fibre and some composted fine bark, and I've also added a small quantity of horse manure, which will provide feed and help condition the soil as well. Sorry about the shaky hands. And to that mix I've added a little bit of chicken manure, which in this case happens to be Miracle Grow, and some general purpose slow release fertiliser, which is Grow More. Basically I've just given these all a really good mix up here, so you can probably see the little bits of food in there. This is a very open, easy draining compost because of the composted fine bark and the manure and the cocoa fibre in it, so I haven't needed to add any extra grit for drainage for this, because it shouldn't be too necessary with pineapple guavas and loquats anyway. But I just thought if anybody wanted to see what mix I was using, it's roughly equal parts cocoa fibre, composted fine bark, the regular multi-purpose compost of any sort, and I've added a little bit of horse manure as well. So I thought I'd better do one repotting, just in case anybody does want to see how to repot a pineapple guava. I guess if you haven't watched my other videos, you wouldn't have seen me repot anything before. So this is the plant here. It's probably in about, I'd say it's in about a 2 litre pot. This particular one is Triumph. That's an Aca Saloiana or Feijoa Saloiana. I'm going to put it into this size container, which is 40 centimetres, which I suppose is about it's about 16 inches, isn't it, or 15 inches. this will hold about, I'd guess 14 or 15 litres, which is about 3 imperial gallons, so probably 3.5 US gallons. So I just thought I'd show the process quickly. These came without holes in, and I've put 9 drain holes into these because I like to have them draining really well so they don't get waterlogged, especially with all this rain we're having. So let's just quickly get some compost into here, a bit sharpish. I don't want to spend too long on the video. Need to check that for height while putting the pot in there. I like to have my compost soil level about 1 inch below the top of the pot. Obviously the plant needs to be planted the same level it was roughly in the nursery, so that looks like that's about right. So what I'm going to do is quickly get some more compost ready. I'm using another smaller pot here to shovel it rather than my hands. So just gently pull this out of the container. You can see how incredibly root bound it is. That's obviously done very well. I don't like to disturb the roots much, but I think it might be a good idea just to loosen them a tiny bit. I'm trying not to break roots when I'm doing this. I'm putting them in a very soft compost, so shouldn't really have any trouble the roots finding their way out, but when they're really pot bound it's a good idea just to try and loosen them off a little bit. I think you can probably see roughly what I'm doing now. I'm not going too mad. So I'm going to pop that in there. You can adjust the height as you're putting the compost in. If you feel it's too low, you can easily lift the plant up and put a little bit more compost underneath it. Just a gentle firming, so I can get a little bit more compost around the edges. I don't like to put these down. I don't like to have these compressed too much because I want the water to drain through while we're still in winter. The whole idea with leaving I think you can probably see if I lift it up a little bit, there's a good 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches left at the top of the pot there, and that serves several purposes as far as I'm concerned. I like to, it means when I water them the water won't flow out of the pot, so when it is dry for a few days you can give them a good soaking, but it also allows you to put a top dressing of a nice sort of rich feed on at a later stage. And as this one is Triumph, what I'm going to do here is I've prepared some aluminium labels as well as the plastic labels. I've also done some aluminium ones because in time the plastic ones tend to sort of break off and they get brittle and they break off and end up flying away in the winds. So I like to put an aluminium label on each plant when I've potted it up as well, so in 3 or 4 years time there's a fair chance of knowing what the plant is still. So I'm hoping that we might get this. These are good sized plants. I mean, these are near enough 2 feet tall, so I'm hoping that I might get some might get a couple of flowers on them this year, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you how I repotted one for anybody that was interested. A few people walking past in the background. That's the size pot finished with the planting. I'll stop the video now and then I'll come back to it when I've done all of them and just show you the last few seconds. So here we are with the three pineapple guavas, Feijoas or Acaciloiana. We're all potted in their new containers for the summer. Hopefully that's going to last, should last in there 2 or 3 years. As I said, they're approximately 3 imperial gallons, those pots, about 15 litres, and that's a Mammoth, a Gemini and a Triumph. I'll just give them a little bit of a watering in a minute. Standing on gravel, and they've joined my other my other collection of plants, and I may reposition them in summer to give them more sun, depending on what the weather's like this year. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. That's Brett out for now. Welcome to, as usual, like the video or give it a thumbs down. I won't be offended. Obviously you can share it if you think anyone else is interested. Please do subscribe to my channel if anything I'm growing interests you, and obviously hit the bell if you'd like to see future updates when they're posted about how the plants get on the next few months. Thanks very much for watching. Brett out.